Well, guys, God, I'm so tired. I'm so exhausted. So, lads, welcome back to a kind of update video, kind of a video to update you guys, not on just the channel. We already kind of did that with Fireside Chat last week. More of a kind of a catching you guys up with what's going on, because I've not been recording for the last few days. And recording for the last 2 weeks has been kind of scarce. Live streaming, of course, is also, I mean, I have been trying to record off, but it hasn't gone well. I've had a lot of files corrupted, and basically lots been going on. So I have finally moved. So this video was actually supposed to come out a few days after I had actually moved all my stuff, my bed and everything, basically about 2 weeks ago. It has gone through a lot of revisions. Believe it or not, I had a script in mind. It just wasn't. It didn't come to fruition. It might, if y'all want to see a really cool, funny skit about me moving in, about the character Rattles being popped into this new house, let me know. But this video, of course, like I said, it's to really touch you guys up on how I've been, what's going on. But the big thing is, I moved. So where do we go from here? I would first like to apologize and say that me recording has been very far and few and scarce, a lot less than I would want. I would honestly love to record almost every day. I love to stream every day. But with me moving, with me changing jobs, getting back to school, dealing with family issues as I've brought up in a previous video, it's been a lot. It's been quite a bit I've been having to deal with, and I'm tired. Like, not now, to clarify, I'm not tired of YouTube. I'm not burned out, really. I'm burned out life. I'm burned out on life. Not in a depressing way. Just I'm exhausted. I'm very tired, and moving's a bitch. With all that going on, what has it caused me to do is kind of almost forget about YouTube. There were actually a few days, not recently, but a few days within the span of 2 months that I took a break, came back after I moved. So kind of been a bit kind of awkward about my streaming schedule and recording schedule, that it's ended up me being very distant. I've just kind of not felt like I wanted to record. A lot of it has to do with the fact that not only have I moved and all this stuff, I've been feeling very exhausted, but I've been very lost content-wise. I'm not really sure what I want to do when it comes to what videos I want to push out. Now, I love making gaming videos. I have potentially vlogging coming up. That's something that I've been kind of toying with, and I'm kind of working on. It might be a little, some kind of weekly vlog, like once a week, kind of touching up you guys over there. That something like this, but actually capturing clips throughout the week. If I did this, will it get? Oh, it's cool. It really is getting up close. Huh. Oh. Huh. That's pretty cool. But it's, I love making videos. I have the idea of doing vlogging, again, kind of toying with skits and stuff like that. But I don't know what exactly. Like, for example, I don't know what gaming videos I want to do. I have an idea to do some Gang Beasts, because I love Gang Beasts. There's Peak. There is potentially Battlefield 6, which seems really cool. I gotta get a console for that. But point is, I don't know what I want to do, and I think a lot of it, after a lot of just sitting and thinking and just kind of procrastinating, it's kind of gotten to a point where I'm now realizing why. But yes, with the ideas I have of, like, maybe some gaming, some vlogging, maybe doing skits there and there, I don't know, I still feel lost, because what I've realized after so long of just sitting, procrastinating, doing nothing. I'm so afraid of any video I have doing poorly that I want to only make the best videos. I almost don't want to test out games. Now, that's dumb. And I acknowledge that. I need to listen, I act stupid, but I also understand when I'm being stupid. And this is something where I have to push that. I have to not be afraid of just testing out games. I have to not be afraid of testing out videos and seeing where things go, because I could make a video that I might not think does well, and it becomes one of my best. Who knows? But anyways, to kind of shorten it, because there is a lot to it. There's a lot of, for me, kind of like my inner mentality, and a lot of, I had a lot of self conversations, a lot of talks with just myself in my room, thinking about stuff and how do I want to approach YouTube. I need to stop being afraid of what content I make. I need to stop being afraid of the content I make. I need to start push myself, because if something fails, it fails, and that's fine, And so then now, one thing I did want to talk about and touch up on is series in the past that I've either mentioned I started doing, but they didn't go nowhere, and they didn't start, or I put it on pause, or whatever it was. Because there's a few of them, and a lot of them are ideas that I actually really do like, and I really do want to come back to, but I can't do it at the moment, whether it's the manpower, like whether it's time, energy, again, the fact that I might not have enough people to do it, whatever it is. But I do actually have a lot of ideas that I want to touch up on and really go, oh yeah, by the way, chat, I got hair. I think we need to be clear on this. I'm not bald. For any dense motherfucker who thinks I'm bald, your mama's bald. Hopefully it's not cancer. If not, well, actually, if it is, I'm sorry. I do take that back. But for any mamas who doesn't have cancer, I hope they bald. God, I realized my ADHD is just peaked, especially when I'm tired. I think my ADHD is just at its worst right now. Holy hell. Let's start with the most classic one, something that I have done in the past. I've kind of done reboots and so on and so forth. A survival series, or in reality, a let's play, because, hey, that's what I grew up on. A survival series / let's play has always been something that I wanted to do, but I never really, it never really went off. I think the longest series I had was like I think I did it with a couple of people. I did it with Zeus. I think I tried doing it with RG. And it would literally just be random people coming in and out. It'd be like random viewers. Like one guy comes in for only one video. He's like, hey, can I watch? Or hey, can I join in? And I'm like, yeah, sure. And it never worked out. And so it was always something where I think a let's play / survival series may not actually do well for someone trying to grow their channel. For someone who is, as I put before, a little nervous on making videos that won't do well. I want all my videos to do well, because I feel like now more than ever, I can really commit to the channel now that I have my own space. I'm on my own. Like, I have the ability to record anytime I want, make live streams, make thumbnails, edit, on the go, because I have an iMac, or not iMac, a MacBook. Like, I can do so much now that more than ever do I want to actually start really making the quality content I want, and I really want to make these videos pop, and I want to make these videos really stand out to the audience, and I want to gather a lot more views and a lot more subscribers, more followers, gain more members on the Discord server I have. But I think overall, that series, I think, needs to be put on hold. I think it needs to be put on hold until I have a much more larger following, when the channel is bigger, a bit more popular, right? I'm more of an influencer. Well, oh God. Another series very close to my heart, actually might be closer to my heart than a survival series, would be the creative builds. Anyone who doesn't know, because creative builds is kind of almost an OG type of viewer content, like only like putting that meme of like, only the OGs knew this. Yeah. Basically, the creative builds was that series for me. But also, it was the first series that actually made my channel grow pretty quick. I was at like, I think it definitely got me from like 40 to 100 in like only 2 weeks or three. I don't know. It was something big. I don't know the exact numbers, so don't correct me on that. Honestly, if someone can actually figure out that, I think it'd be amazing to know. But yeah, literally that channel or that series was the very first series that actually made my channel grow quite a bit. We had, when I was just starting out, we had double digits, almost 20 people watching my channel, which was, to me, back in the day, huge. I mean, honestly, it's still pretty big now, but still, even a tinier Rattles, tiny little, 15 subscribers, like, to me, that was such a big deal. So it was something that I did for a while. We kind of did a fair amount of episodes. I think we did 20-ish. And then we moved on. Yeah, screw it. I'm taking off the hat. So yeah, we started getting griefers, of course, coming in, posing as people who actually want to be involved. They didn't. So we stopped completely. And so, of course, the question I gave to myself was, when will this come back? Because this is something where, again, like similar to the Let's Play, I don't want to give up on it. I think it is such an amazing idea. But, as I brought up before about potentially manpower being a problem with having a series, this is where it is. I need people. You viewers, I need your help. For anyone who literally just wants to stand around in a world and just monitor stuff, monitor people, and make sure no one griefs, make sure we kind of do that. If anyone knows how to code properly to like prevent griefing, prevent people from breaking blocks that aren't there, like, I mean, listen, we are getting into like some kind of Minecraft server coding and Minecraft server like command blocks, and we're like doing that and trying to prevent griefing. But the idea is, I want this to be such a big series. I want it to be a big deal on my channel. I just don't think we're there yet, and I think I need some time to kind of sort out some of the kinks and the issues and kind of flesh it out more, make it a more properly approached series. And we can go about it, and we can definitely do the series again, because I want to do it. I think it'd be such an amazing idea, and it's like absolutely, besides the Let's Play, it's that. Like, those two series are like the ones close to my heart, and I really want those to happen. This series that never got aired, I guess that's the funny way of, I guess that's the proper term, I don't know, that never got uploaded. There was a huge project I had in mind, and I did tease it. I did tease it in the server. I've teased it a few times on some streams a couple of months ago of me making this huge project come into reality, and I started working on it. This was a project I had on the 1MB server, and it wasn't anything grandiose. Well, it wasn't anything grandiose in terms of like having a bunch of players come in. It was like a huge kind of like community project. It was a one-man project with very little help. I had very little help. It was a lot done on me. This was essentially trying to obtain so many baked potatoes, I would get into the #1 spot in the bow one, or what's it called? Bow top 1 position. For anyone that is super Minecraft server like lingo, basically bow top 1 is for a lot of servers that have a economy where you can, again, sell a potato or sell a gold ingot and you get a little bit of money. You can use that money to go into the server shop and buy some blocks or buy diamonds. Like, there was no actual pay to win. There wasn't like you'd actually could buy with real money. It was all in-game money, and you got in-game money through challenges, through quest. It was kind of almost like a MMORPG in some way. But I had this, again, kind of very, very goofy, just because I wanted to do it, idea of getting to the #1 position. #1 position, I believe, was like 97 million. So I thought, I want to hit 100 million, being the first person on a server that's been around for, I think, 12, almost 13 years. I wanted to get #1, and I wanted to do it through baked potatoes. Yeah, you heard that right. Baked potatoes. Now, I'm going to real quick show you guys something. This is the Farm Tower material list. This wasn't the actual name of it. It was just what I used. I did a buttload. I even have a little small notebook that's like a couple of pages long of just math and all the tips that I learned from other people on how to farm properly, basically. And this is how much I needed for one tower. And as you see right here, I needed 15 towers. I needed, for one tower, 114,000 cobblestone, over 64,000 dirt, over 5,000 glowstone, 3.5 thousand trapdoors, 2.2 thousand cobblestone slabs, 1,800 glass, 1,300 hoppers, 585 composters, and 30 chests. There's only one part of this entire project, because the 15 times 30 is like, I don't know, is it 300? I think it is, something like that. I could be, no. 350? Listen, I graduated elementary school, and that's all I remember, okay? Basically, it was a lot of chests for one farm tower. Now, of course, you say, oh, well, that's a lot of cobblestone. Yes, true. What I had to do, because the chest wasn't just for the towers, it was for the other, it was for another part of the project. The number of chests I needed was going to dwarf and make the cobblestone number look like a little bitch. Anyways, I'm kind of all over the place and a little sprouted right now, but basically, I needed a lot of material. Now, I also did the math, and I needed a lot of villagers. And I'm going to put up on screen, hopefully I have, if I have a photo for it, I'm going to put it on screen now. And this was what it was supposed to look like. Now, I needed a lot of villagers. Right now, pause the video. Tell me right now what you think the number of villagers I needed for this 15 towers to farmers. What's the ratio? 15 towers to farmers. What's the ratio? Basically, guess the number, how many villagers I needed. Pause it right now. Tell me in the comments. Be loyal. Be smart. Okay? Be honest. If anyone guessed around 200, you're absolutely butt fucking wrong. I needed 700 villagers. 700. Now finally getting back to the point. This is why the entire series, the entire project was put on a pause. If I'm correct, from what I remember, I believe it was 20-ish or 15. I believe it was 15 or 20, depending on the server. Villagers per chunk could only fit. Or not physically fit, but like data wise, like Minecraft data, it was just a bunch of, it's the processing power of the server, processing power of Minecraft itself. There can't be more than, I think, 15 villagers. I needed 700 in a chunk, or in a group of chunks that was maybe 20 chunks. Now again, these are kind of throwaway numbers. It's a very rough estimate. This is again, this is kind of proves my point. I've not actually been on the server in a very long time, and I've not actually worked on the project in even a longer time. I've completely abandoned it because I don't know. I'm 99% sure, like I'm literally 99% sure it won't work, because I need to have so many villagers in such a small amount of space, because I need to be in my render distance. But the server won't run 700 villagers in such a small spot. And as soon as I found that out, I was completely just like, I felt like I got dumped. I felt like I was completely just, I don't know, distraught. I was distraught, and it felt kind of hopeless. So I took a pause on it, and over time, I just kind of left it to fate. Will it ever be a thing? Honestly, I don't know. I can't even promise you guys that, because I would love it too, but it just, yeah, there is going to be a lot to consider when it comes to it. There's going to be a lot to work on, perhaps it could be a community project where each person watches over a chunk or something, or it's close to where they sleep. It could be something like that. I don't know, but it is a really cool project. And on a much more positive note, to end off this whole series thing, as of course, like I said, a lot of these series I do want to come back to, and I want to actually make it work, because I think they'd be really cool for the channel and really cool for you guys, the audience, the viewers, the fans. But with this project, not only, I'll admit, this might not come to fruition, this particular project, but I do want to actually start working on cool projects on other servers. I want to start doing big, grandiose projects. I think it'd be so cool. There's actually a few YouTubers called Z-Man is, for example, one of them, and RattlesYT. These two I've watched over like the last year. I think how they edit videos is super like cinematic. Like, they're really cool, man. And they put in a lot of effort in editing videos, but their ideas of content, what they do, is, I think, is really cool. And they do big, grandiose stuff sometimes. And I kind of want to do that. Not exactly copy, but kind of branch off a little bit, kind of make it my little, make it my own, add my own quirks. But doing something like that, I think, would be so cool. Not only would I be able to explore new Minecraft servers I could potentially come back to, but I think it'd just be cool to explore more Minecraft, explore more of the social community side of it, and do these huge, big projects that just could get some recognition. I think it'd be a really cool idea. But yes, to tie it up in a nice bow, some series in the past, they've been put on pause for reasons, but I'm hoping to take care of those reasons, essentially giving me no choice but to actually start doing them, and I think it'd be really cool. The Rattles series / Let's Play, creative builds, this project. This is this whole video is just touching you guys up on what's going on in my life, touching you guys up on the channel, and again, essentially the whole idea of where do we go from here. But I really wanted to touch up on something a bit more serious, a bit more important, and it is politics in my channel. The short answer of it, politics will not be a part of the channel. I'm not going to tolerate hearing it from people. I won't tolerate hearing it from viewers. Whatever action I felt needs to be taken, we'll take care of it. But politics is not part of this channel for a few reasons, which is I'm not a political person. I really am not. This isn't because of current events. This isn't because of the current geopolitical arena and how things have been in the last few years. No, I've always been someone who just isn't a political person. A lot of my family members aren't. It's just how we are. Number two, I think goes into number one. Of course, I'm not like political savvy, so I can't really number one, I guess that would just mean I can't really argue with someone, because sure, I don't know a lot about politics, so it would just be a losing battle. But number three, going into what I said, losing battle, political arguments are always a losing battle, which is my take of saying it's a very negative environment. A lot has happened over the last few years, even more recently, and it has become a very, very negative environment, a very negative atmosphere to get into politics and argue. And arguing and having that type of, number one, politics, but also arguing is not a part of my channel. My channel is gaming. My channel is about me. My channel is about you guys. My channel is me making toilet humor jokes for shits and giggles, thinking I'm funny, but I'm not funny, and it just ends up getting cringy. But that's just, the quirk of Rattles. I do want to specify that politics are not going to be involved. I want to bring up my political beliefs, because you guys don't really need to know. It's not yours guys' information to know, but it's just not what I want to do. This is not a channel for my politics. This is a channel of gaming and having fun, creating memories, building a cool ass community with you guys. That's the goal. Politics is not the goal. Building a cool ass community is my goal for me and for you guys. So yeah, I just want to touch that up because I know people might. I feel like eventually it was going to happen because someone's going to bring up my politics or bring up my political beliefs or going to politics. Yeah. Basically, I'm not a political person. Just in general, like even off camera, I'm not a political person, but also politics will not be part of this channel. Short and simple answer of it. If you got an issue with it, there are tons of people who just debate politics on YouTube. Go to them. Like that's the beauty of YouTube. That's just the beauty of social media. Find your little niche. Find your little find your little slice of life. Find your piece of social media and just live there, because some people like that. Some people like movie critics. Some people like unboxing videos. Some people like makeup. Some people like vlogging. Like, just do it. Just enjoy yourself. Go find what you like to find. Don't go to a gaming channel, expect politics, then get mad they're not talking about politics. It's just stupid. Just want to say this, lads. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for sticking around. I know that I've been inconsistent so much. I know that's like really on many occasions negatively affect the channel and affect the growth of the channel. But for anyone who's just like stuck around, thank you. This is kind of a relieving, kind of exhaling my feelings and thoughts type of video. I'm hoping from here on out things will get better. I've been now that I've settled, I finally settled, I can start really focusing more on YouTube. I'm going to try and stream more, try to make videos more. I'm going to try to make videos with Ace. Either the video gets corrupted by me or I legit forget to hit record, which has happened plenty of times. I do not want to talk about it. Say this, things will get better. Things will get better from here on out. This channel will start growing. I'm confident of it. I will want to include you guys even more than ever on what we do for this channel and what I have plans. I think it'll be really, really cool to see you guys more involved with the channel and the content that's to come. But anyways, guys, thank you for watching. For anyone who is new, what a weird video to be, introduced. Seeing my channel for the first time, but welcome. And for anyone who's long stay, thank you so much for watching. Like the video, subscribe, join the server, by the way. It's pretty dope. The Discord server is amazing. Join it. And yeah, I'll see you guys soon.